What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 22 of our FC Sochaux Montbéliard Let's Play here in Football Manager 2018. It's episode 2 of season 3. Today we are going to be taking on a familiar foe. We're going to be taking on Lyon, who of course we played in perhaps the most memorable match of the series so far last time out. Of course, last episode we opened up the season against Marseille. It was a good result in that game, and since then we're on really good form. Now, we start off with a game against Guingamp here. You can see away from home, our first away game of the season. It ended up finishing 1-1. Marcus Coco broke open the deadlock for them with a goal in the 33rd minute. Ducasse got us an early second half goal to make it 1-1. However, despite that and the fact we dominated possession, we weren't able to find a breakthrough. In this match, we had 4 clear-cut chances to their 0. And simply put, we weren't good enough in front of goal. We missed a number of opportunities. In the end, Ricky Martin, with the Planet Player of the Match award, he did get the assist in this game. But all in all, it felt a bit like 2 points dropped. You know, going away from home, backed us to win it, and well, we couldn't find that crucial goal. Anyway, the next game here we had against Rennes, and well, as you can see here, we won it 3-1. We actually went a goal down in this game, and it was a little nervy, I'll be honest. You know, first kind of real time this season that we've gone a goal down against a team who were playing better than us at the time. However, in the second half, you can see we dominated possession, 59% of possession in our favour in the end, and we scored a quick flurry of goals. 2 goals before half-time, Martin and Trincao with them, another immediately after kind of the second half resumed in the 59th minute. And from there, it was very plain sailing. A good performance, taking the opportunities that came our way. And, well, yeah, again, Martin getting the Man of the Match award. Anyway, our last game since now was against Toulouse. It was a 1-0 away win. A good result. You know, often teams go to Toulouse to lose. We didn't go there to lose. We went there and got a win. Ducasse with it, and it was in the 58th minute. It wasn't the most convincing of goals. He missed the first opportunity, got the rebound in. But nevertheless, a very, very good result. Our second away win of the season. And that takes us nicely into today's game against Lyon, where we're going to be hoping to win at home. You may have noticed in those games, I've not resorted to the counter-attacking system yet. Of course, we have the 4-2-3-1 attacking. The counter-attacking option is here as kind of a contingency plan. But so far, we've looked very good without it. So I feel like we're just going to persist with what we've been using well. Of course, the transfer window has closed since last episode. We did make a few last-minute transfer dealings. 3 youngsters who I kind of had a look at, I guess, over the course of pre-season. These players involved in the French Invitational Cup, or were just flagged up by my scouts or me going through national teams. The first of these players, Leandro Pereira, Portuguese youngster, 18 years old, was playing in the Portuguese under-21 setup, although he didn't actually get an appearance for them. But you can see, looking at him here, very well rounded, good in the air, good physicals. If he could improve his composure and off the ball a little bit, I think like he could be a really good striker for us. You can see his potential isn't 5 stars, including the black stars, it's actually 4.5. So that's perhaps a little bit of a cause for concern, but nevertheless, we only paid £75,000 for him. Very cheap transfer. Hopefully he can develop a little bit, and even if he doesn't break into the first team, there's some money there. Anyway, the next transfer, one that is going to get a little bit confusing. It's another player from Enugu Rangers International FC in Nigeria. Of course, we have Sunday West, who we've signed from them, who is back on loan at them until the end of November. We've now added another defender to our kind of arsenal, and his first name is also Sunday. I feel like I might need to nickname him Saturday. But here you can see Sunday Damaka, very good player, centre-back. He's out on loan actually playing for this side in the Belgium top flight. I decided to loan him out because he wanted some first-team football. You can see here that they have great training facilities and youth facilities and, well, good junior coaching. I'm hoping he's going to be the beneficiary of that. A very good centre-back, lacking in the tackling department, but with the exception of that, he just looks like a very, very good player for us. And yeah, I'm hoping that the loan is going to serve him well. Anyway, the other player we brought in, who's a centre-back, James Ishimwe. He is a Ugandan player, as you can see here, 20 years old. We do have a lot of centre-backs who are youngsters. It's just been the position that I've been able to find the best youngsters in. I'm hoping that 1 or 2 of them will develop into the first team, and we'll be able to move a few of them on for profit. But you look at this guy here, very good player. Comes in, going to be a reserve player, I think, this season for us, really. We signed from AAB in Denmark. And yeah, £250,000. Not a whole lot of outlay spent on these 3 players, really. And I'm hoping that a few of them are going to come good for us. Of course, we have done a little bit of transfer stuff in terms of loans and such since we were last year. You'll see here, Lasmi has gone out on loan to Tours down in Ligue 2. Of course, a team we played against a lot last year. Thomas Robinet has gone out on loan to Entella. They are in the Serie A division in Italy. Of course, Robinet here in the last year of his contract at the club, he didn't want to sign a new deal. I was actually looking to sell him, but no one was interested. The loan deal is just a nice way to get him off our hands and not have to worry about him unsettling the dressing room. Anyway, another player who left us, Thomas Carrick, has gone to Toulouse for a potential £475,000 fee. It's going to start off being £240,000. You may remember this guy. We brought him in a free transfer at the start of last season. My thinking was that we'd train him to play centre-back. He's just not really developed. He was complaining about a lack of kind of first-team football. As a result, we decided to sell him on to Toulouse. And well, when you consider that he came in on a free, didn't actually make a single senior appearance, to turn around that transfer and make £250,000 for him really isn't that bad of a business when you consider the kind of player we've been able to bring in for a similar price. The last of the loanees that's probably an interesting one is this guy, Ali. Of course, the Romanian youngster, a player we brought in this year for £1.5 million. We have now loaned him to Cannes, and well, I'm hoping that they're going to do us a favour by playing him a lot. He's gone there as a key player. Of course, they are a team in our division. You can see last year they finished in 15th. He's expected to play centre-back for them. The loan fee that they're paying is £650,000, and really the issue that I had with him is, well, he needs regular first-team football to develop, but he just isn't quite good enough for our first team yet. He has, of course, got a recall clause, so if he sets the world alight during the first half of this season, we can bring him back into the side come January. But yeah, you can see here, just comparing him to someone like Rafael Diarra, just lacking in a few areas where he could do with being a little bit better. But at 18, playing regular first-team football here in our division is obviously going to be great for him. And that loan fee is a really nice loan fee to receive, which is going to cover a lot of the outlay in terms of the fee that we actually paid to bring him in. So that's a little bit of the transfer news. There are a few other loanees who have gone out, like Sofiane Daham and Nasakala, just players who, they're kind of good reserve players for us. They might not develop quite enough, but I want to give them some first-team football somewhere to see if it can serve them well. So anyway, that's a little bit about what's been going on in the club since you were last here. Of course, we've only played 3 matches. It's only mid-September now. In terms of team news, there is a little bit of news. You'll notice a lot of players against a teammate, and that teammate is Ducasse. Yes, he had a bid come in for him from Red Bull Leipzig. It was £17 million with $10 million up front and then lots in clauses that I wasn't really a fan of. I told them I wanted $60 million and they hung up the phone and didn't come back. And, well, Ducasse wasn't very happy about it. Now, Ducasse, of course, he is our captain this year with 15 leadership. You can see he's making a name for himself in the French under-21 setup. One thing I've not really mentioned about him is he does have outspoken and confrontational media handling style. So if he gets annoyed, he could go public. Now, right now, he's keeping it kind of, to himself. He's not gone public with it all. You can see here, we are a favourite personnel of him, and he is, we are one of his favourite clubs. So I'm hoping that that's going to make him want to stick with us. And well, given how we've started the season, if we can get a result here against Lyon, suddenly we look like a team who should be challenging at the top half of the table. After 4 games, we do find ourselves in 4th. I feel like we do have a very good squad for this division. You know, you kind of look at the middle of the pack teams here in France. I feel like everyone's fairly similar to one another. I guess the thing that plays against us is the fact we have lots of younger players. But, well, when you look across the bench and the starting 11 and you see the potential these players have, I'm hoping that over the course of the season, we're going to go on a real journey, you know. At the start of this year, we are coming in as a smaller underdog team. I'm hoping that the players are only going to thrive playing at this higher level, hopefully develop and be players capable and good enough to play for top half Ligue 1 sides by the end of the season. Now, in an ideal world, we'd get top half and that'd be great, but there is part of me that's thinking, man, it'd be great to go for top 5 this year. That's going to be really tough though. But if we can beat Lyon, that's going to put us in a position where maybe we have to consider it. They finished 4th in the league last year. Of course, we beat Marseille, who finished 3rd last year in the league. I don't want to get too ahead of myself though. So, well, let's get into today's game. It is going to be at home again, so I am going to be sticking with the more attacking system. In terms of the team for today's game, just a little bit of news. You can see here, Diego Dalot is out injured, the Portuguese right back. As a result, we've had to shake things up just a little bit. I'm actually going to be playing Mattiello at right back. Despite the fact he's left-footed only only. He is naturally a right back and naturally an inside forward. So it's a role and position he can play, this wing back area. Of course, perhaps got the disadvantage of the fact he's not great on his right foot. But, well, we'll see and hope he can hold down the fort. Alongside him, of course, we've got Maxi Privo in goal. Ruiz and Diarra are going to be our centre-back partnership. Pendant at left wing-back. Today we're going to go with Pana at Mazzala and Fuchs at defensive midfielder. Just a bit of a change up there. Worth being aware of, just because of the right back situation, and just moving a few players around. You can see here Gregory the Knight Chevalier is not really fit for today's game. He was on international duty and he comes back with 90% condition, so a bit of a rejig in the midfield. But it does mean that Pana does get the nod, and we know what Pana can do. Pana gets us goals. Hopefully he can get us some today. The midfield trio, we're going to stick with Trincao, Martin, and Douglas Pote is going to keep his place in the side. I would probably rather be playing Moroni ahead of him, but Moroni has been out injured. You can see here with those sprained ankle ligaments he got last match in the live com. He hasn't been able to play any first team football since then, so he is on the bench as a right inside forward for us. But because of that injury, because he's not match fit, we're going to stick with Douglas Pote. We're going to give him the nod once more, the Brazilian. Up top, we're of course going with Ducasse. I'm hoping the fact that he's unhappy at the moment isn't going to impact his performances on the pitch. So far, 3 goals in 4 appearances for him. But you'd have to say, actually, that Martin this year has been the real standout player with a 7.82 average rating so far and 2 Player of the Match awards. He has been making a name for himself. Anyway, let's see how we get on today. It's not going to be easy. It's worth noting that Le Bombi is also on the bench for us. The 16-year-old Frenchman, of course, a player we signed over the summer from Marseille for £1.2 million, with the clauses potentially making that rise to just shy of, I think, £2.5 million. And yeah, he's going to be on the bench and maybe a player we give a debut to, depending on how this match plans out. So at least to start this game, I am going to stick with the more attacking system, playing on the front foot. If it doesn't work out for us, we can switch to the counter-attacking system. Looking at their team, Benedetto, Memphis and Bertrand Traore up top, Dada, Fekir and Bakayoko in the midfield. And that's just a very scary side, let's be honest. This is a team who finished 4th last year. They are not going to be pushovers. They are currently above us in the league. I want to tell the players there's no real pressure on us today. Let's see what we can do. One nice little observation that's worth noting is the fact we are selling out our stadium week in and week out, and it looks glorious in 3D here. We've been averaging 100% attendance so far. I think there's been 2 sellouts so far, both obviously the 2 home games we've had. It looks like it's another sellout today. It'd be lovely long term to expand our stadium, as right now it does only hold 20,000 fans. I have noticed though there's been a big influx of fans since we got promoted. A lot of people hungry, I think, to jump on the Sochaux winning kind of bandwagon. And, well, let's see what we can do here. It's not going to be easy against Lyon. We proved last season that we could compete with their second team. Can we do it against their kind of first team today? That's going to be the challenge. You'd have to say early on, we're not really having a whole lot of the ball. Might be worth switching to attacking rather than staying on control. We are obviously going to struggle to control games in the same manner we did last year. But, well, I thought for a second we might be on the attack. Ducasse gets dispossessed. Benedetto and now Memphis here. We are being caught out on the counter. Memphis cuts inside, hits it. Lovely finish. Benedetto with the assist. Privo probably should have done a little bit better. Yeah, let's get rid of the whole retained possession thing because it's not working today at the moment. And let's see what we can do here. We'll get rid of work ball into box as well. I feel like today it's one of those games where we are going to have to play a little bit more direct with our play. And, well, let's see if we can bounce back and react as, well, we'd want to react, having gone a goal down here. We're unbeaten so far this season. I'd like to keep it going for as long as we can, obviously. I know it's not likely to last that long. And so far we have had easier games than perhaps, that we could have had to open up the season. But at least in this game, we're not being completely stomped all over by Lyon. And, well, Dougie Pope gets the nod on there. Can he apply some pressure to the defence? He does. Good pressing. Forces them to go long. Benedetto going to try and win it in the air, but Diarra wins it. Martin with the little back heel to Dougie Pote goes inside. I mean, this is nice patient play. You might have noticed during the kind of catch-up recap that we have been playing some really nice football. The goals we've been scoring have been really nice goals, and I want that to continue, but I wouldn't mind if we hoof it down the middle and score. Ducasse, can he finish it? No, you do wonder if what's going on off the pitch is impacting that finishing because you would have put your mortgage on him to finish that. And well, there, he's just skewed it way wide of the mark. I'm going to tell the players I expect to see a much better showing in the second half. Not that we were awful. I mean, we've got to be realistic here. You know, we come into this division as the new kids on the blocks. Lyon last year, they finished 4th. They were expected to finish 3rd. This year, they'll be expecting themselves to do well. A draw would be perhaps the best result I could dream of here. But, well, let's see what we can do. Trincao, Ducasse, straight from kickoff. Why not? He should have scored. That was a second clear-cut chance. 20 seconds into the second half, and he's missed it. And he's frustrated, and maybe I should sub him off. Ricky Martin's also been making some mistakes, which isn't really what you want to hear. An hour gone, certainly got to start considering some changes. We have options on the bench. I'm thinking Seri could be on for a debut here. This is the first game for Ducasse since the whole Leipzig saga, so, you know, monitoring that performance carefully. They came in on deadline day. I wasn't going to sell him even if they met the £16 million valuation. It would have just gimped our season so badly. You know, we've built our entire plan really with him as the spearhead. Well, that pass is awful to Benedetto. Pendant, though, wins it back nicely. A player who is maybe going to find his left-back position under threat this season, but so far, he's performed quite well this season. He's adapted to Ligue 1 football, and well, we need to adapt here as Depay is in and Benedetto slots it away. Perhaps should have made the changes sooner. Ducasse, not playing that great. We're going to bring in Seri for him. I might even put Seri onto target man on attack. Do I want to do that? I don't think so. I'm going to keep him on complete forward. Looking across the rest of the team, Pan has been pretty poor. Let's bring in Almeida for him. Of course, Almeida, the young Portuguese player, had a very good summer, actually. I think he was involved in maybe the Under-20s European Championships. He got, I think, 3rd place in the Player of the Tournament award. We played him in the reserves towards the latter stages of last season, and he actually played quite well there. And this year, I've been mindful to give him first-team opportunities, and, well, we're going to get a chance, I guess, to give him it today. Ducasse ready to come off. I mean, if he scores now, it'd be very Ducasse. It's not going to happen. The changes are happening, and while Seri coming on for his debut, of course, on loan from Juventus, we do have the option to buy him for £1.5 million. He's a good striker, very good in the air. A little bit different to Ducasse in that regard. He has good mentals too. And, well, let's see what we can do as the big ball is hoofed over to Benedetto, who hits it against the woodwork. I may have just said it was humped over. Maybe it was. We'll never know. But, well, 17 minutes left here. It's just been a little disappointing. We've not quite been at the races today. Fuchs is on a booking. I don't want to risk him. Let's bring in Gregory Knight just to change things up there. But, well, you'd have to say Lyon been good, worthy of their lead so far. We missed opportunities to get back into this game. We might have a chance here. Martin lays it to Seri, and he's missed an open goal. He's missed an open... It was an open goal too. So, I mean, I'm surprised Martin didn't shoot. He probably should have shot. It's a 3rd clear-cut chance missed for us. I mean, you look at the stats. Yes, Lyon have had a lot more shots. They've only had 5 on target. We've had 3 on target, but we've had 3 clear-cut chances to their 1. Ducasse missing 2 chances very uncharacteristically, and then, well, Seri's open goal missed there. You do wonder, this game could have been so different, despite the fact that, yes, we've not had as much of the ball. We've not had as many shots in terms of quantity. I feel like we've been pretty competitive here, and 2-0 is a little harsh. On another day, you know, we take the Ducasse opportunities, and this is a whole different game. We'll look to bounce back from it. At home, I would have liked to have got a better result. We give away the penalty as well. Mattiello, please don't tell me you're going to get sent off for that. This will be our first defeat at home in a competitive match since February of this calendar year. So that's been one hell of an unbeaten run. Fekir with a chance to, well, pile on the misery and make it 3-0. The game's already over. It really doesn't matter here. It'd be nice if Prevost could stop it. Unfortunately, Fekir slots it away and then shushes our fans. Not a fan of that. It's his first goal of the season. I think he should pipe down. Getting all big for his boots after 1 goal for the season. But unfortunately, yeah, Prevost couldn't go the right way. Game's already over. I'm not going to dwell too much on the fact this is finished 3-0. Maybe worth dwelling on the fact Ducasse missed those 2 opportunities, but... I don't know. It's a harsh result. It's tough to take. Perhaps it's a bit of a reality check for us. I'm talking about trying to challenge for kind of top 5 football. Maybe I'm speaking too soon there, but I don't know. I feel like, other than the misses, it wasn't that bad of a performance, and 3-0 flatters Lyon just a little bit here. But anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode from us. Disappointing. Fuchs out for 4 to 5 days. He will be back for the next game, although he might not be match fit. In terms of when we'll be back, I'm not sure when it's going to be. You can see we've got Nantes to play, Amiens, Strasbourg, Angers. I mean, there's some teams here who are not that high in the league, to be honest. We have got Saint Etienne next time. I don't think we'll be back quite so soon as then. I might do the game against Nantes. I don't even think that's how you say their name. I'm trying to remember how it is. It's Nantes, isn't it? It is just Nantes. I did know that as well. It's awful. Last year they finished 9th. You can see here. They've got a pretty good team. They've got Rongier playing for them. He's a very good deep line playmaker. They're going to be a tricky team to take on. I think we'll do them. That could be a good game for us. It's in just over a month's time. 5 games between then and now. Hopefully we can keep going strong. Of course, the main aim this year, avoid a relegation scrap. That's what the board want. That's exactly what we're going to try and do. Last year, to avoid relegation, I'm not sure how many points you needed. You needed 38 points would probably get you safe. That's what we're going to aim towards. It's 38 games in a season, similar to in the Premier League, and I know they kind of say 38 points is the safety mark. So that's what we'll strive towards, and well, hopefully you'll be here next episode as we endeavour to do that. So anyway, guys, that's going to be all from me today. Let me know, would you have sold to Leipzig for £17 million? How much would you sell him for if you were in my boots? I feel like he's almost impossible to replace, and unless he really tried to force the move ridiculously, I don't really want to even imagine selling him. He's got 5 years left on his contract. We really don't need to sell him at this moment in time, and I want to keep hold of him. But yeah, let me know. What would you do? Would you have sold him? How much would you sell him for? And yeah, that's going to wrap everything up from me today. I'll see you guys next time. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, of course, leave a like. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.